Is it possible that there's a voice inside that you haven't been listening to? A secret whisper that's been there all along. Hi, I'm Margarita from Fierce Divine Life, and welcome to part one of my series on divine guidance. So let's break it down a little bit. First of all, what even is divine guidance? Well, it comes in many forms. It can be just little tips, little nudges that seem to come from nowhere and everywhere all at once, little pushes towards something or pulls away from something. You can think of it as your intuition or a gut feeling. Like you just know something in your body, that somatic knowing. It can also show up as messages from your spirit guides or from your higher self. You can even think of it as communication from a future, older and wiser version of you. You can think of it as God or angels or the ancestors or simply a quiet whisper from the inside. It's truly an inner knowing of something. And of course, here's the big question. You might be wondering, but how can I know it's divine guidance and not just my imagination? Well, the truth is, you can't know for sure, but you can learn to trust. How? By practicing. Because the proof, my friends, is always in the pudding. Basically, you start with something that's fairly low stakes, something that you don't necessarily need guidance on, but could use guidance on. Imagine you're sitting in a cafe, and you have the menu open in front of you, and you're just not sure what you feel like ordering. You allow your thinking mind to calm down. You open yourself up to guidance. Then when you feel just that little bit of nudge, that little inspiration, you allow yourself to follow it. Maybe you order that item that you felt moved to try, even though it's not something you would normally choose. And what happens after you make that choice? Does the dish end up being something that you really love and it actually surprises you? How fun. Or perhaps it turns out to be something that you dislike the taste of. Now, you could look at that as a mistake, as your guidance was wrong in some way, but it could also be data. It could be really important in the future for you to know that a certain ingredient or a certain dish is not to your liking. You are getting data about your own palate, right? And that can be very valuable. So, another way that this can show up after you've made the selection is through a sense of connection. So maybe when you select that item from the menu, the server comments, "Oh, you're ordering my favorite." Maybe that dish you chose sparks a connection. Or maybe you overhear the person at the next table say, "I didn't know they served that dish here. I'd love to try that." And isn't that interesting? Just those tiny little moments of connection and how you feel afterwards. Now you have some data. Okay, you tried listening to that inner voice, that guidance, and now you have information. How did it work out? That is truly the essence of divine guidance. It's not about being right, it's about the connection, it's about the feeling and the flow. It's about getting you into that flow. And most importantly, how you feel after you connect to that quiet voice deep inside. In my next video, I'll talk about why you might actually want to access this guidance, especially in our busy modern world that's so full of noise. So stay tuned.